Essendon and Collingwood have been doing combined banners since the bushfires. It's about 15 from each club to put the banner together. We come up with some concept each year. Both clubs okay it, I think in conjunction with the RSL.
They get some printed out and then we get one side printed out. Ours is still to come. Ours will be all the players that have died, the clubs, and the big ANZAC logo in the middle.
I think it's the unity, how it brings everyone together, and the people that sacrifice their lives so we can do this. Play our footy, go to the game, have a bit of a laugh. So we're free to do it and enjoy it. So that's what it means.
And they just thought a good idea, good spirit, good ANZAC Day spirit to join them together. And I think it's been very successful.
It's a great time too, for a great cause.
There's 2 pieces of crepe paper holding it when we weave it, and a lot of sticky tape.
You don't like ours tape, do you? So
no, it smells terrible.
It's beautiful tape. Are you right with that, Matthew?
Yes, I'm right with that.
Take some of our tape because it doesn't smell as bad as yours.
Sorry.
Well,
as long as ours is black and white.
Till they bounce the ball, then we're enemies, but on the whole, all the cheer squads honestly do get on really well together, help each other, and it's pretty good.
We do have the departed. On one side it's the same, but I won't show you the rest of it because it is a surprise.
Great to see the cheer squads working together for a great cause, ANZAC Day at the MCG. Well, a special treat for Magpie fans, the brothers Rocca in the studio. Severio, welcome mate, 2 ANZAC Day medals. Anthony, you never won any, but you reckon you should have won a couple. Welcome, boys.
Should have been at least one.
Sav, it's great to see you here and great to see you both together. It's been a while. You played for 4 years together, but 1995, the first ANZAC Day game between Collingwood and Essendon, 9-2. What are your recollections of the day?
Obviously, the main thing that stands in my mind is getting towards the end of the game, being so close, and the roar of the crowd was absolutely deafening, and that's something that I'll never forget. That was the biggest and the most intense game that I've ever been involved in. And
the pressure was on because you had to kick your 9th goal to basically level it up, and it was tense in those final few moments.
Yeah.
Tell us about what was going through your mind. Can you recall it? 17 years ago, mate.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, and I really can't recall it, but looking back at it, I think that, you know, just going through routine and you know, head over the ball sort of stuff and not necessarily worry about the result, but just going through the routine.
Now, you got some great service on that day. You had some very, very talented players feeding you the ball so that you could kick your 9.
Yeah, it was one of my last ones that I got. I think I can't remember the guy. Who's that kicking the ball there? I don't know who that was anyway.
Lace out.
But they never come like that very often. But
and this is the dying seconds and a big mark across the pack. You played on Dustin Fletcher there. He's still going.
I can't believe it. I come back here and he's still flying around and doing really well too. So,
Anthony, your first year was 1997. The first year when you're at the club, and of course your first year playing with Sav. What about your memories of the day?
I just remember the huge crowd. Obviously, I got to watch the first 2 previous ANZAC Day games via television, but you know, the emotion of the day is fantastic. The occasion's fantastic, and just the fact that, you know, it was my fifth. I think it was my 5th game of football of playing for Collingwood, and there was 83,000 people there. It was huge. It was something that I didn't really know.
Well, you played a couple of years for Sydney, hadn't you? And you hadn't got any.
We got 16,000 people to a game, but yeah, nothing compared to that situation at that time.
Now you kicked 2 goals on that day in 1997. One, you loaded up with a barrel from about, well, you told me it was about 90. I don't reckon it was quite that
about
far.
93.
There it is. It's got to be over 70.
Yeah, look, I was originally trying to pass it, but look, I just felt good, and I turned it into a top and just took off.
Now, so if you played that same day, you had a mark, similar position at the other end, at the city end of the ground.
Yeah.
You thought you'd try and match your younger brother and let go of a top as well.
I thought I could get onto a top back then, but absolutely it goes to show that I can't.
How enjoyable was it playing together? Did he teach you everything you know?
Didn't teach me everything. Taught me a lot of things. Look, we just had a great camaraderie as a family and as brothers, and growing up, and my major reason to come back to Collingwood was to play football with my brother. So it was a great time. Lasted 4 years, and I think in the end we flourished from being apart from each other. You know, we're pretty similar as players, and yeah, I reckon Sav was pretty gutted at the time, but I'm sure he got the best out of himself at North Melbourne as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sav, in terms of those 4 years, would have been great to have the little brother.
It was great, you know. We ever since I started, you know, playing schoolyard football and schoolyard cricket, I'd be 3 years ahead of Anthony, and he'd always be joining us and be doing just as well and bowling the other guys out in cricket and taking speckies over the grade sixes. So ever since then, you know, he's always been able to, you know, compete with the bigger boys, and then finally to get it done on the big stage was just you know, something that I won't forget.
Well, boys, a very special treat tomorrow. This is the jumper that the players will be wearing, and you can go to shop.collingwoodfc.com.au on your screen there and bid for this unique piece of history. And it's going to be signed by each individual player, so the jumpers will be signed, and they won't be washed.
Wow.
So they'll be in their original form. So log onto the website and get a piece of that action. A great opportunity. Boys, great to have you both together. We wish you all the best and good luck in the States this year, mate.
Thank you.
There you go. Anthony and Severio Rocca joining us. That's all for the club this week. Enjoy the big game at the MCG tomorrow. Go Pies.